Our open Interfaith Health Science Center Zoom Sanctuary Inspirational Gathering, a short introductory video. The next is on the 8th of February, noon, Central Time. Do thou accept all that we have done for love of thee and for the sake of thy pleasure, and all that we have left undone as the result of our subjection to our evil and corrupt desires. Enable us then to cleave steadfastly to thy love and thy good pleasure, and preserve us from the mischiefs of such as have denied thee and reputed thy most resplendent signs. Thou art in truth the Lord of this world and of the next. No God is there besides thee, the exalted, the Most High. All are welcome in our gatherings. We're all equal here. Everyone is free to suggest any changes that will make this a more fruitful gathering, or to take over arranging all or part of any session. In each gathering, there is a moment to get to know each other, what we're each praying for, what is on our hearts, what quote, song, inspirational thought we have brought to share. We look at Lakota legends in these gatherings right now. So this week it is the origin of the Lakota pipe. Long, long ago, two young and handsome Lakota men were chosen by their band to find out where the buffalo were. While the men were riding in the buffalo country, they saw someone in the distance walking towards them. As always, they were on the watch for any enemy, so they hid in some bushes and waited. At last, the figure came up the slope. To their surprise, the figure walking towards them was a woman. So we'll finish reading about White Calf Buffalo Woman in this session. Honoring all the children that did not come home. Verily, with exceeding joy and with heart and soul, do these oppressed of thine offer themselves up for all mankind in every land. Thou seest them, O my Lord, weeping over the tears thy people shed, mourning the grief of thy children, condoling with humankind, suffering because of the calamities that have beset all the denizens of the earth. The dialogue about murdered and missing Aboriginal women is important if we are to build a community we all feel we belong in. It's a hard discussion and a difficult one, even traumatic to hear. Our Aboriginal sisters have had to go through this trauma. We can learn how they deal with being traumatized and can draw on their strength. If it's too much to bear, you can mute everything. Rebecca Moore, Indigenous Matriarchs. Being the life-givers, grandmothers, clan mothers, and the steering decision-makers are not affirmed or recognized by the colonial courts and the system for their significant place in the Indigenous societies. The Canadian government strips Indigenous women of their rightful place within the Indigenous societies and the outside world by imposing their colonial structures. Canada removes the decision-making power of the women and displaces it to corrupt government departments, agencies, and service providers, etc. Just for tonight, I will turn my loved ones over to God's care. I will free myself from trying to do the impossible, changing the actions, attitudes, or future of any other than myself. Do Black Lives Matter? Most certainly, for they are the pupil of the eye of humanity. Testimonies and confirmations. How is God showing up in your life? Therefore, let us trust in God and seek confirmation and assistance from Him. Let us have perfect and absolute confidence in the bounty of the kingdom. Review the events surrounding souls of the bygone times in the beginning of their day, and again consider them when, through the aid and assistance of God, they proved to be the mighty ones of God. Remember that Peter was a fisherman, but through the bounty of the kingdom, he became the great apostle. I am one of thy handmaidens, O my Lord. I have turned my face towards the habitation of thy mercy, sought the wonders of thy manifold favors, as much as all the members of my body proclaim thee to be the all-bounteous, he whose grace is immense. Make a list of your friends and invite them to this devotional or a devotional you begin. It is a gift from you to them. The devotional you begin can be as simple as phoning a friend and sharing a prayer with them. They may be sick and need a healing prayer, struggling and need to share "Is there any remover of difficulties?" prayer. It is a gift from you to them. A devotional consists of 2 or more hearts connecting in prayer. Hope you have a good week. Hope you take care of yourself. God protect you. Have a good time.